Hey, how's it going? Let's check out what's in the news today. Today is World Refugee Day. It's all about celebrating the courage and determination of people all around the world who have been forced to leave their homes. The UN's Refugee Agency says that last year more people had to do that than any other year they've recorded. So we decided to check in with one Aussie family to find out what it means to be a refugee.
This is Marwa and her mum Halia. They live here in Australia, but Halia was actually born in Afghanistan.
My family, we migrated to Pakistan because of the Soviet invasion.
When she was 10, Halia came to Australia as a refugee. A refugee is a person who has been forced to leave their home country because their life has been threatened by war, violence or bad treatment. According to the United Nations, there are around 25 million refugees around the world, and most of them come from these 5 countries. In 1950, the United Nations started a special agency, the UNHCR. 1 year later, it created the Refugee Convention, a document which outlines what a refugee is, what rights they have, and what governments have to do to protect them. Since then, more than 140 countries have signed up. Halia has been in Australia for a long time, so she's not a refugee anymore. A person stops being a refugee when they become a resident or citizen in a new country, or if their home country becomes safe and they can return. Halia became an Australian citizen, and Marwa is an Australian too because she was born here.
I'm really happy that you moved to Australia.
Absolutely, darling. It was the right decision that your grandparents made, and we are blessed to be here.
Imagine living in sunshine all day and all night. Well, over in Norway, that's exactly what it's like for a big chunk of the year. A Norwegian island, Sommaroy, has a whole 69 days of non-stop sunlight over summer. And now they're looking at a way to get rid of time, so they can do what they want when they want without the need for a bedtime. It's a pretty cool idea, but it's got me wondering, how do you organise a time to meet up with your mates? And how do you work out when to leave school or work? Anyway, they'll have plenty of time to sort that out, I think. Some kids from Canberra have travelled to Nepal to help out a remote community living in the Himalayas. They were inspired to lend a hand with the rebuild after the area was hit by an earthquake a while back.
These Aussie school kids are visiting a spot in Nepal, away from the hustle and bustle of Mount Everest, Banatok village in western Nepal. Classrooms here might look pretty different to the ones back home. Some of the kids here walk up to 3 hours to get to and from school. A lot of them can't afford to bring lunch, and many of the classrooms were badly damaged in an earthquake in 2015. That's where these guys come in. They're helping rebuild and adding some new classrooms too.
To see all students and staff work, and work really hard, has been sensational.
Not-for-profit organisations hope more tourists will consider spending some time doing community work.
It's not just having fun in this trip, it's also about the greater satisfaction we're getting from actually helping out this community.
These guys say it's been an incredible experience, learning skills, helping out other kids, and forging new friendships.
Next up, we're taking a look at the struggle of being in the spotlight, because sometimes it's tough being famous. Performing live can be a tough gig for musicians, especially when your outfit tears and you have to make a last-minute change. That's what happened to Cardi B's glittery jumpsuit at a music festival in the US. She went from Cardi B to Cardi bathrobe and had to keep the gig going in bathroom chic style. See that woman in the red shirt there? That's 103-year-old runner Julia Hurricane Hawkins. She just set a world record for this 50-metre dash, completed in 21.06 seconds at the National Senior Games in the US. It's not easy being an athletic star at 103 though. The Hurricane puts her success down to healthy eating and working hard in her garden. Famous tennis stars get interviewed all the time, but when this young journalist sat down with Aussie Nick Kyrgios, he asked some tough questions.
Some people told me, not me, but that you don't try sometimes.
Yeah, I don't, yeah. Makes me a bad guy though.
You ought to try.
Yeah, you're right.
And some not so tough questions.
How good are you at Fortnite?
I'm not so good. I don't play too much Fortnite.
Then it was Nick's turn to get tough.
You do all the Fortnite dances and stuff or what?
Yeah. That'll come on later.
Show me or not? Do you want to do it in front of your camera? Ah, see now he's
I'm not on
getting
board
shy,
with that.
huh?
I'm not on board with that.
Yeah.
Well, anyway, thank you for talking.
Thank you. It's actually the best part of my day. Nice to meet you.
Have you subscribed yet? Well, you better do it right now if you want to see more videos just like this one. And also let us know, what do you reckon about ditching time? Would it work for you or would you just sleep in all day long? Comment below and let us know.